Hello students, today we are going to learn about elementary transformation of a matrix. The word transformation clearly indicates that we are going to transform the given matrix into another equivalent matrix. For that, we need a set of operations called as elementary row or column operations. This method of transforming a given matrix into another form using elementary row or column operations is called as elementary transformation method. So let us now see the operators. The first one is we can interchange any two rows or columns. Okay, that is the first one. First one is we can interchange any two rows or any two columns. That means we can swap the position of two rows or two columns. So let us do one example. Let us take one matrix A. So that is at this whatever I am doing here, I am just doing only for rows. The same thing you can do it for columns also. So only rows we are doing now. The same thing is applicable even for columns. So Ri and Rj interchange. This is a sign we use. The arrow on both the sides. Can you see that? That is a sign we use for swap or interchange two rows. So let us take a matrix. I am taking the matrix, the first row I have taken it as 3, 2, 5, second row 1, 2, 4 and third row 1, 6, 5. So let us interchange. You can take anything, any row, any two rows we can take. So I have taken as the second row and third row. So I am going to interchange the second row and the third row. So what happens now? This matrix will now change it to a new matrix. So that is called as an equivalent matrix. This is a sign, inverted S. This is a sign we use to show equivalent matrices. Okay, there is not equal, they are equivalent. That's very important. So the second row became the third row. Third row became the second row. Can you see that? 1, 6, 5, the second row, and now the third row is 1, 2, 4. So this is called swap the two rows. That is, so interchange two rows. Any two rows we can interchange. If I name them as A and B, A is equivalent to B. This is a sign we use for equivalent. Okay, equivalent is not equal again. They are equivalent matrices. That is the first row operation. Now let us move on to the second row operation. Replacing a row of a matrix by multiplying it by a non-zero scalar. That means you can multiply any row or any column by a constant k. So let us take another example. So Ri is k times Ri. Multiply the same matrix, same row by a constant k. Okay. So let us see how. So I am going to take I as 3. That means I am taking the third row. R3 is k times R3. Okay. Take another example for a matrix. So the matrix is 3, 2, 5, the first row, and the second row is 1, 4 and 3. The third row is 2, 1 and 4. Now I am going to multiply. I have taken as 3. That means I am going to multiply the third row. Just an example. Third row, take some constant and I am going to multiply here. So 2 times R3, same row. So I am going to multiply it as 2 times. So second row will now change to 4. Third row. I am taking the third row here. So third row will change to 4, 2 and 8. So the first row remains the same, 3, 2, 5. Second row remains the same, 1, 4, 3. third row will become, you're multiplying by 2, it will become 4, 2 and 8. Okay. So this is the second property. So the new matrix that we got will be equivalent to the given matrix. A matrix and B matrix are equivalent matrices. Again, they are not equal matrices, they are equivalent matrices. Now the same thing is applicable for columns also. Whatever we are doing for rows, we can apply for columns. Now we'll move on to the third operation. The third operation is Ri is Ri plus K times Rj. Okay, Ri is, or similarly for the columns also. So Ri is K times Rj means to any row you can add the multiple of some other row. Okay, you can add the multiple of some other row. So that is the third property. Ri is, that is, suppose I is 2, the second row we can multiply the multiple of the third row. K can be anything. So for example, we are taking one matrix now. So we are going to write R1. I am going to take R2. Sorry, R2 I am going to change now. R2 is R2 minus 3R1. So second row is second row plus a constant times the first row. That's what I am going to do here. So second row is changed to second row minus 3 times the first row. That constant K is minus 3 here. I is the second row. Ri is R2. J is the first row we are going to take. So what happens now? The first row remains the same. First row, there is no change. We are changing the second row using the first row, using the elements of the first row. So first row remains the same. The second row will become, so second row I am going to change. How I am going to change? From this R2, from the elements of R2, I am going to just multiply 3 times of R1, then subtract. That means the first row will become 3, 6 and 9. Now subtract. So we will get 0, minus 2 and minus 7. So second row is changed. Third row as it is. Okay. So this is again an elementary operation of matrices. So you get, what we get is a new matrix which is an equivalent matrix. This is equivalent to the given matrix A. So these are the 3 operations, row operations. It is also called as column operations if you use the columns for performing these operations. So mostly we are going to do only the row operation. So this is the summary, that is swap the position of 2 rows or columns, that is the first operation. Second is replace a row by multiplying it by a non-zero constant, that is Ri is K times Rj. The first operation is Ri is interchanged to Rj. That interchange, the rows are interchanged. Similarly for columns also we can write. Second is replace a row or a column by multiplying it by a non-zero constant, that is Ri is K times Ri. Okay. Similarly for columns, Ci is K times Ci. Now the third operation is replace a row. A row is replaced or a column is replaced. How? By the sum of itself. So Ri we are taking means Ri plus. So it's a sum of itself and a multiple of another row. It's very important. Ri is Ri plus. Okay, plus constant K into some other row Rj. So it's another row. So it's very important there. Similarly for columns also. Hope you have understood these elementary operations. The next class will use these elementary operations of matrices to transform a given matrix into echelon form and then find the rank of the matrix. So let us see in the next video. Thank you.